I'm Haley, and this is Ashley and Alexis. Full House is a show about a lovable, well-known family, but have you ever looked closer to view the contradictions with the American dream? Our main question is, how does Full House challenge the American dream in the late 1980s?
First off, I would like to talk about what exactly the American dream is. The American dream is a term used to explain the ideal way to live in America. Usually when you think of this term, you think of the stereotypical house with a white picket fence, a two-car garage, a mom and a dad, and 2 kids. As it used to be a mom and a dad living in one house, it has changed to possibly be 2 divorced parents living in 2 different houses. While that might not necessarily be the American dream, it is the reality nowadays, and it seems normal.
Dear Jeff Franklin, when you, along with ABC, created Full House, the American dream was the same as it is today. You changed that, though, as now it doesn't seem quite as abnormal or weird to have a single dad living with his kids along with his friend. I mean, the friend part is a bit different, but no judgment here. Anyways, ever since Full House aired, more and more single parents are finding ways to make it work and not panicking over not being able to financially afford this. Also, children don't find it as embarrassing to say that they don't live with both parents in a typical household. So thank you for helping to influence today's American dream. Sincerely, Ashley Markwell.
We have already talked about what the American dream is nowadays, but what about when Full House was filmed in the 90s? Well, the American dream is basically the same as we said before. As Eder Campuzano, Oregon news reporter intern from the University of Oregon, compares the Full House family from the 90s could not afford to live in the same house nowadays. The American dream is constantly changing as the average American seeks happiness. As Patrick Dean, a BA in English Literature and a PhD in Political Science at Rutgers University, says the American is a new man who acts upon the new principles. He must therefore entertain new ideas and form new opinions. The American dream can be different from one person to the next, each person giving a different way of explaining it. Full House has a family that works hard and reaps rewards for their efforts, which is what every person thinks and hopes to achieve when thinking of the American dream, says Anisha, an active, reliable blogger on English 30.
Nowadays, nobody likes to change, and neither does Full House. Have you ever watched more than one episode and you can tell that their lines are the same, such as...
You got it, dude. Got it, dude. You got it, dude. Got it, dude. You got it, dude.
Today, people don't like to change their ways. They want to have things done the same way because it's much easier than doing any other way.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This whole world's confusing me. Clouds as mean as you've ever seen. Ain't a bird who knows you're true. Then a little voice inside you whispers, don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a face of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, life is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look.
There are different characters living together in one house, such as the Tanner family, the Costopoulos family, and Joey Gladstone. In this house, there are a combination of uncles, cousins, and many more, even a dog, which are living under the same roof, unlike now, where there is typically a mother, a father, and 2 kids in the same house. Now families don't like living together in one house because they don't seem to get along with one another.
Our main question was, how does Full House challenge the idea of the American dream in the early 1990s? The American dream is a term used to explain the ideal way to live in America. Today, families have difficulty living together, such as divorce and child support. Everybody now seems to be happy the way they live. But have you ever thought about the way people used to live earlier, even before Full House? The American dream hasn't changed completely, but it still has over the time. Just look at the way families live now, like teens not wanting to leave their families just because they can't get something. Because we are so used to having things done for us and not changing our ways about it.
That's a blooper.
This article has been taken by the Teen magazine. Wait.
Cut.
You got it, dude.